Hey, what's up guys, LemonNLime Time 10 here, back with another video. I actually forgot to record an intro for the video that I'm about to show you guys. It's a super cool video. I did all the statistics for Crash and made it so that you have made it so I can show you the best chance for you making profit on Crash, on WTF skins. It's super informative and I really hope that you guys enjoy, and I hope that you guys make some good money off of this. If you make something crazy using my strategies that I tell you to here, make sure to tweet it at me at LemonNLime910 on Twitter. I'll have my Twitter link in my description. And also, if you can go up here to the free tab and use code LemonNLime, that would be super helpful in making these videos. Anything you can give me really does help. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. Okay, so today I have $140 on this site, which is absolutely insane. This is all my own money, guys. None of this is sponsored. None of this is anything. It's not cheap to do these videos. I did end up losing some money recently just gambling by myself, so I'm trying to make it back in this video. And I did devise a strategy, and I'm going to be talking about that strategy today. Hopefully it works out, but it's really risky, especially with, you can see the pattern that we're going with right now on WTF skins. You're seeing a lot of 1.0, 1.3, stuff that's under 1.4, but if you look at this, there's only one that's under 1.0 or 1.1 under this right now. There's 1.09 here, 1.07 there, and then 1.05 there. But if you start scrolling, you realize that that's actually very uncommon. Your chances are very high to get something that's not that. So I have two strategies when gambling on this website, and I want to show you some of my previous Crash to show you that these strategies do work and that they are crazy good. They are insane. My first strategy I want to talk about is the 1.4 strategy. So what I like to do is cash out at 1.4 auto cash. This is how, if I feel like I'm down money and I think I'm really feeling the roll, that's another thing, guys. You really have to feel the roll. A lot of the times it crashes at 0 or it crashes at 1.0, 1.1, 1.2, and at that point you will lose all of your money. So what you have to do is you have to really feel the roll, and you have to really feel like you can make money on that. So as you can see here, I put in about $30 worth of skins, and I did my 1.4 strategy. I've actually been doing this for a little while right now. The 1.4 strategy is paying off heavily. $1.13 there, $5 there, 2 there. Let's see my losses though. On the 1.4 strategy, I did lose $10. I did lose 7 here on the strategy, but it happens. It happens a lot. But what I want to show you guys really is the fact that I was able to actually get with the 1.4 strategy from this knife, which I got just gambling on my own. I ended up I did that with $3.85. I got up to that knife, which was insane, and I cashed out at 1.0, and I was able to get it to this AK, and then I got this AK with the 1.4 to this knife, which was better, and then using a different strategy where you keep it low. Sorry guys, that was my watch. I was able to get up to these shadow daggers. Unfortunately, I don't have those in my inventory anymore to show you guys, but I just wanted to show you here that it is possible to make money, make very good money actually, doing this strategy. Now, the other strategy that I want to show you guys is a strategy I call the 1.1 strategy, and this is a good strategy that I see a lot of people do, especially on this website and also csgomagic.com. I don't like CSGO Magic as much because I like the credits and I like the game modes on here, but what you can do is if you want to use the 1.1 strategy, I recommend you have at least $20 to bet with at this point, because you're not going to be making money in fast intervals. So what you're going to do is you're going to select a skin, you're just going to go 1.1, auto cash out, you're going to start it, and you're going to get to 1.1 a lot of the time. Yeah, see there, it was a low crash, but I still made money doing this strategy. I could throw this back in. Because it was a low crash, I'm feeling pretty confident on this one to get to 1.1 also. Unfortunately, it did only get to 1.08 because the crashes are looking pretty low right now. So I'm going to chill with the crash for a little bit. But those are my two strategies to making money on Crash. I'm sorry I couldn't give you a better example on the 1.1 strategy, but there is a... I'm gonna see if, yeah, here he is, Envy. He is a YouTuber. I was chatting with him a lot 2 nights ago and last night on this site. His inventory is looking really good right now, but I want to show you that he does some of these strategies that I talk about. He does 1 point something strategies and 2-time strategies are his 2 main ones. He doesn't usually set. It doesn't appear that he sets an auto crash out a lot, or a lot of the times that's low. He sets it he sets it high, and then he doesn't tend to go towards the auto cash out. He just lets every single one run. But you can see the money he makes, and this, if you go a little further back, there's better examples of this. Like if I was to go to a few nights ago, the money he makes ends up outweighing the money that he loses. You can see he cashed it 3 here on a $10 bet and was able to make $30, but he does do this thing that I've seen him do a lot of times where he cashes out pretty high. I wonder if let's see here, that was 4 minutes ago. He's probably going to be going in sometime soon, or he's playing on another game mode right now. I can't see him on upgrade, but he is very common on this site to see. So now we're going to start trying to make some money off of these skins. Unfortunately, I did lose that $6 skin, which isn't the biggest deal. So I'm going to go in with 14 on the 1.1 strategy. It's been 2 decent ones in a row. I'm hoping it doesn't hit 0, and it looks like I'm going to get the 1.1. So if you see, I did make about $2 on that, and it's a low risk, low reward kind of strategy because you are going to hit it a lot of the time. Well, the ways I do it is I do it where I can actually make a little bit of money doing it if I do win. So yeah, I just went from $23-ish, $22 to about $24.50 on that. That's the 1.1 strategy. Right now the crash isn't looking so good, so I think I'm gonna hold out with these skins right now. And I'm going to do another video with these. I'll post it in another day or two. But that was my descriptions of how you make money on Crash with the 1.1 strategy, the 1.4 strategy. And then there's actually a third one that I want to talk about. It's a lot more risky, but it does pay out a lot more that I see some of the bigger guys using. I think I saw Poppy using it, actually. Let me check out Poppy. So, no, it wasn't Poppy that I saw using it. But what a lot of these guys will do, a lot of the bigger guys who will bet $10, $15, $20 every time, is they'll bet their $15, $20, and then they'll hold out to 3, 4, 5 times. And if you see, the odds of these are 18.77, 14, 14, 9, 10. I'm actually going to do some math right now, and I'm going to show you guys the odds for the last 100 rolls on WTF skins. This has never been done before on a Crash site as far as I've seen. The averages. I'm going to show you the averages of the ones that are below 2, below 3, so on and so forth. Okay guys, after an enormous amount of time and after a lot of statistics, I have discovered the actual percentages. This is based entirely on the last 200 rolls on WTF skins. I did not take this lightly, nor did I take it easy. I haven't done any of the betting yet. Like I said, I'm going to continue and do that next episode. But here are your percentages for everything, and it's not quite honestly what I expected. It's a little bit different than what I expected it to be. First, let's start off with this. The way that I did this, first I did the first 50. I did 50 rolls. I did exactly 50 rolls on WTF skins. I counted it all out. I put it all into a notepad. I did a lot of statistics with that, and then I copied it into here, and I did the percentages down the line. And of getting each thing, or of getting each thing in each category. The categories that I did were 0/1, which means it crashes instantly, 1.01 to 1.09, 1.1 to 1.39, 1.4 to 1.69, 1.7 to 1.99, so on and so forth. You can see what I did. A lot of them is pretty basic. A lot of the categories are pretty basic. It's the same statistics as WTF skins, but I went a little more in depth with the gold ones. Gold on WTF skins is just 7+, so I split that up into a few more categories than that, and also I split up silver and purple, which are, I believe it's purple, and no, it's, what is it if it's over 1.5? Light blue. I split up silver and light blue into a few extra categories also, so that there's a few more, a little bit more practical statistics and a little bit more exact. So after doing all of the math for the first 50, and then after that, including those 50, I did 200 to get the most accurate numbers I could in the time span that I have. I got these numbers. These are the exact statistics for, this was the 50, and then I have them side by side. This row is the 50, and this row is the 200. Now, as you can see, they're a little bit different in some places. I'd say the highest difference is the 1.39. The more rolls that I went through, the more that I realized it was, the more statistics I got. The more rolls I went through, the more rolls that I went through, the more that I realized that 1.39, so about 1.4, seems to be the best option for making money. And I'll explain you that the 1.4 strat in a second, or in a hot second here. I haven't done the math on that yet, but I do know, just judging off of this category, which is what I'm going to be doing my actual statistics off of because it's more exact, in actual profit margins. So as you can see, 5% of the time, so every 1 in 20 rolls ish, you get a 0 or 1 crash, which means it crashes instantly and you lose everything. That's 5% of the time. So, and then you continue down the line. Sorry guys, my dogs are barking in the background. You continue down the line and you start to see that the percentages get lower and lower of actually making money. Under 99 is 99, under 50 is 98. So the percentages do, for the most part, match up 99 to 90. There isn't really house edge the higher you go, it looks like. But the best way for making profit, I believe, is either under 1.39 or over 100. And I'll explain that right now. Okay guys, so here's how the profit would work on the 1.4 times. You'd have, since there's a 33% chance roughly, give or take a little bit, maybe, to make profit, you'd be making profit 67% of the time. But if you were cashing out at 1.4, the profit you would be making is $7 if you started with $5. Now, every single one of these has a house edge. Once you get a little higher, the house edge disappears, but your risk increases heavily. So I like to keep it on the lower side. You guys might not want to, and that's why I believe there is a auto bet section. So if you wanted to auto bet $1 on any and cash out 50 every single time, first off, right here you'd be making profit here and here. You'd be making $50 on each of these out of what, 25 that are on this list, which is insane. But that is not the normal. The normal percentages are. The normal percentages for making over 50 is 98% of the time you will fail, 2% of the time you will succeed, which is exactly even. But you just gotta feel a little bit lucky and hopefully get one extra over 50 than before, or then statistics, not one under, which is also the same amount possible. You'd be losing $50 at that point, and it's just more risk and less. More risk, more reward, but I like to keep it here at the 1.4 times. So at the $5 mark, doing it 3 times, because it's 67% plus 33% would be 100%. So that's 100% of the time. 2 of the times you will make profit of $7. 1 of the times you will lose it all, and this altogether would equal $14 in profit. You started with $15. Now that is not profit. That's actually a $1 loss. So what you're doing on this is you're assuming that you can get a little bit lucky, because on all of these sites you have to get a little lucky. They can't win without putting in a house edge. The only site that I know of without a house edge is CSGO Reaper. For coin flips, you get exactly what you pay for, nothing more, nothing less, and this is not in any way an advertisement. This is just the only site that I know of without a tax on it. Reaper does not tax. If I put in $8.02 here and I won, I would get $8.02 with a 50% chance. That is the highest chance mostly on any website for CSGO betting. So if you want the best chance, you can go on Reaper and coin flip. But if that's not your thing and you want to feel a little more risky, or you want to have more fun with the game modes, you can go onto WTF skins or any of the skins or any of the sites that are in my description. You make sure you use code LemonNLime. That is just LEMONNLIME, exactly like that. Just make sure there's the letter N in there, otherwise it won't work.